こんにちは、YOASOBIボーカルのいくらです。今日はYOASOBIにとって原点といえる夜に駆けるを歌わせていただきます。夜のみんなの一人の時間に少しでも寄り添えたらいいなと思います。それでは
I really like hearing a singer's speaking voice. Really interesting. This girl has a very timid, proper voice. I'm curious.
沈むように溶けてゆくように
That was kind of unexpected, right?
二人だけの空が広がる夜にさよならだけだったその一言で全てが分かった日が沈み出した空と君の姿
This girl's really sweet, tasty vibrato, not overusing it. She sounds very young, very current. I like her.
フェンス越しに重なってた初めて会った日から僕の心の全てを奪った
Hey, did you hear that little yodel in there? Sweet.
どこか儚い空気をまとう君は寂しい目をしてたんだいつだってチクタクとなる世界で何度だってさ触れる心ない言葉うるさい声に涙がこぼれそうでもありきたりな喜びきっと二人なら見つけられる
Ooh, I think that's must be part of her signature sound. Not in a really showy way. She's very subtle, isn't she? She's bringing the song to life by all means, but she's not like jazz hands belting and doing a bunch of riffs and runs, but it still brings the performance to life. Really contained, but nice.
騒がしい日々に笑えない君に思いつく限り眩しい明日を明けない夜に落ちてゆく前に僕の手を掴んでほら忘れてしまいた
Okay, my friends, I'm gonna rewind and I want you to listen. This is another, what we would call maybe artifact. This is where we hear the auto-tune or melodyne. I've spoken about these situations before where the artist is listening to the track in their headphones and singing out loud into the microphone. And other than that, the room is silent. So that means that the producer can go back after and do little tweaks. So she's a great singer. She's a great singer, really. But it's very easy to hear that this is not a human on their very own, and which is perfectly fine, but I'm kind of training you guys to listen for these things so that when you hear a live performance, a live singer singing live, you give them the grace of them being a human being all by themselves without any machine. Listen here.
忘れてしまいたくて
Wasula. When we're going from a lower note to a higher note really rapidly, there's only so fast the human voice can make that change. When it is made this quickly and this flawlessly, usually it's easy for me anyway to hear that there is a little digital help there. You can rewind it back and listen on your own. It doesn't mean that she is bad. I will continue to remind you guys that as I point these things out to educate you, it is not because I'm poking the singer or poking the artist. This is the industry standard now. We almost have to do it because all of our ears are so used to hearing perfection now, which is kind of unfortunate, but here we are.
閉じ込めた日々も抱きしめたぬくもりで溶かすから怖くないよいつか日が昇るまで二人でいよう
Sweet.
君にしか見えない何かを見つめる君が嫌いだ見とれているかのような恋するようなそんな顔が嫌いだ信じてたいけど信じれないことそんなのどうしたってきっとこれからだっていくつもあってそのたんび怒って泣いてくるそれでもきっといつかはきっと
I think this is is Japanese, and I really love how rhythmic the language seems to sound when it is sung. Or maybe it is something that artistically Japanese artists just do. But I think I really like the sound. I like the sound of this, how this translates musically. She really doesn't use a lot of vibrato, does she? I've heard her do it, but she uses it very, very sparingly, which is a more Gen Z kind of thing. Younger singers don't tend to use as much vibrato as people from my generation, girl. Do you hear again on that big jump? It almost sounds like a machine. A human can't do that so flawlessly. But I bet you, I should also say this, if you were to hear her without any editing at all, it would be similar. The difference in that this editing makes is not necessarily night and day. It's not a huge difference, but it's enough that it's worth, the producer believes it's still worth doing. And in fact, it kind of is worth doing because, again, it's the standard now. So yeah, I just want you to keep listening. And I want you to ask yourself all the time, does that sound perfectly human or a little bit, I don't want to say robotic. I don't know if you guys remember Cher. Do you remember, do you believe in life after love? That is the era where producers started on purposely showing auto-tune and manipulating it and using it and turning it up really, 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 really high. Or Akon. Do you remember Akon? Oh, that's really beautiful. Oh, what is she? Really lovely. See the rhythm? So it's like da 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 da. I love that. Key change. It's nice to hear her open up a little bit and use a bit of a thicker place in her voice. But it's funny, she still manages to sound so contained and proper. Sometimes I feel envious of people, not even just singers, but people who are so, I don't know, proper. I'm always like loud and flappy, you know? But she's lovely. That high note, again, listen back and just close your eyes. Close your eyes and really try and be like, does this sound completely human or does this sound a little bit like there's machine involved? Yeah, it's nice. She's cute. Everything is so edited, but I guess that's just what it is. 2, 3, 4. Tell the world that we finally got it all right. I choose you. I will become yours and you will become mine.
become yours and you will become mine. I will become yours and you will become mine. I choose